What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Showtime. Is Blaze again with King's Critiques, and we're back with Chainsmoker Cat. And the first episode was about as weird as I was told it would be, if not weirder. How much worse can it get in the weird category from here? Suppose we'll find out. Will she improve any as far as the addiction goes? Probably not. But we will find this and out and more as we go on. Of course, early on, hit the like button, subscribe, let the whole video under the link get the watch time. Little side note, the air conditioner is technically on, and it's still very hot, so I'm going to leave it on, so it'll kick back on eventually. So if you hear it start up and run, yeah, forgot to mention in the first episode. And that all said, let's get into it. Okay, so I suppose the first thing to mention about this episode would be, anybody ever be so addicted to specifically cigarettes that's not a hallucinogen normally? Have shit like this happen? Because, bro, like, I get how addiction is from the outside perspective. Like, personally, because I've known people who have been addicted to things, even to the point, where they, yeah. But I think the last thing she smoked might have had something a little more than nicotine in there. I'm not rewinding to show that just because at least the red platform might consider it something else. But she literally just gucked that thing. And I am concerned for whatever hallucinogen she might have ingested. Yike. Okay. I'm so glad I got this without the text, because this is a funny-ass thumbnail. That was unintentional. I love how it's pointing out that she's going through withdrawal, and her attitude is actually... No, I want to know what drug somebody came up with to be on for something like this to be drawn. That's amazing. Okay, but why did they draw a cake like that, though? I don't know what he's about to see. I'm going to leave it just because I wanted to continue my thought process I was about to say before she started doing the guck on that thing again. Why were the cigarette butts, like, 2.5D and torquing at me? Why was that a thing? Like, I don't think that was necessary for whatever point was trying to be made. I feel like before I go to watch that other show, or whatever episodes come out of this in the future, I need to be like, higher than I am already. He was gonna say something about the rent or something, and she's just in the corner babbling to herself. He doesn't want to fucking deal with it, and I don't blame him. There's a neighbor girl. Time to bum a smoke. Ah. Neighbor girl don't just have a smoke. She has the smoke. Episode 2 is moving past the nicotine. I think you might be disappointed. Or not. It's like, you're smoking a cigarette right... You're smoking a cigarette right now. You totally are doing that, right? It's like, well... No. This fucking face, though. What studio took this again? Because honestly, the art style and all of the ways it's been portraying so far, I love. Well, other than the obvious, but this is the funniest thing. And I'm not going to demerit how serious the show as a whole is, but this is a perfect encapsulation for what's going on right now. It was top text, what'd she say? She wants to warn her, but she, can't for some reason. Then again, I think laws in whatever form of Japan they're in is probably a little bit different. Don't fall off the banister, you dumb cat. Yeah, it doesn't taste like what you're used to because, it's not a cigarette. I love how she's still lying to her. This is a cigarette, right? Yeah, of course it is. Okay. Being as how, I'm obviously on the other end of the spectrum on this thing, I will say from that perspective, actually from either perspective, if somebody is used to smoking one and not the other, don't lie to somebody about what they're doing, because that will really fuck with them. Like, yeah, no, don't do that. Like, it's one thing if they're already used to smoking the other stuff, and you wanna add natural style enhancers. I don't know if I can actually say the words I want to say because red and black platforms are whiny about this stuff. But y'all should know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, don't give somebody something that deep into what they're not used to, because while the other side of things is better for you, it's still probably not good to disrupt somebody's system without warning them first. Oh shit, gave her her own too. That's a good friend right there. Again, she has to ask. It's still bullshitting, though. I know I just went over the conversation, but the way that she's still trying to... Bitch, just be honest. She helps the oral fixation of it as well, and... I mean, fuck, that's honestly what a good percentage of the shit going on in your brain is the oral fixation half of it. Yeah, sure, whatever chemicals you get from the nicotine, but those things can be replaced with the, T and the C and the H and all that stuff. Okay, now we're getting into the part of things that is not certified by yours truly. Again, one of those things that the other platforms will certainly yell at me for if I show on screen. But, yeah, she's also dipping into more of a internal method of things, and that is 100% not recommended, anything in that category. Okay, so the blonde one is definitely lying. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, that's when you know you're truly into the deep end of shit internally, is when you call somebody who's supposed to be your friend a narc because they questioned you once. In a very caring manner, mind you. And I know that was a quick, 180 over the last couple minutes in the red and black sides. But yeah, smoking the green as opposed to other things is way different. The other thing, that can get you into this kind of headspace. Yeah, some creepy-ass fortune-telling witch in an alley. You know what, it's Japan, so she's actually probably good at her job. Damn. They tried to actually go have their palms read because she lowered the price. And Smoker's hand. Which, admittedly, the other type of smoker is not saved from that happening, but it definitely happens less often. Wow, she actually pegged Yani to a T. Crazy. Again, pegging Yaku as well, and her hand doesn't even smell. Then again, if she was taking a look at her hand and bitch wearing short sleeved shirt, it's kind of easy to go, eyes? Oh, okay. Okay, saying she does illegal drugs was kind of obvious, but the rest of it, that was actually a pretty good assumption. Arrests and house searches and all that shit. It's depending on the illegal drug, which in her case, that's more than just the obvious. that could be, area dependent. But since it's beyond the obvious, yeah. So, the rest of it, pretty good by her, honestly. That was just like making assumptions and it being correct. Although she, of course, didn't admit to it being correct. They didn't even have 100 yen each on them. Damn. Okay. So, despite Yaku being into more than what's okay, I will give 2 statements right now. Based on what happened earlier, at least she hasn't tried to get Yani into anything she doesn't need to be getting into. And 2, from this flashback alone, I was not wrong. Just saying. Well, her dreams of freedom and not needing a job until she runs out of smokes has come to the point of needing a job because she ran out of smokes. Addiction isn't good, kids. And there's a point where it's only off and on funny. Ah, a neat one. So she was just talking some shit about you can't get angry when playing a game like that. And then she loses a ranked match and gets angry playing a game like that. But don't we all? I'm gonna leave it right there so you can make your own assumptions on what just happened. But, yeah, that's doubling. We've all been there. Where we've experienced anger due to something else, whether it be video games or, watching something or something personal, and then you hurt yourself in even just the most minute of ways, and you know what? It'll cut to my next thing, or I'm gonna run what's about to happen because it'll probably be something exactly what I'm expecting it to be. Yeah, that. Literally that kind of thing. Oh wait, is the meter going to go up? Oh, let me continue to do that if that's the case. Otherwise, again. Okay, yeah, I think I'll let that play, and hopefully I remember to let it play. If not, well, yeah. But yeah, she literally just fucking JoJo Aura the fucking game controller, all because she stubbed her toe. And I honestly thought she was gonna hit Yani for a minute, not gonna lie. That's just adding on top of how pissed she was already. Which, that's understandable. Though that looked like a retro system, or at least the controller did. And that's not as liable to damage shit as it probably does these days. Then again, I smoke around my systems all the time, and, my computer, and at least in the systems cases, it doesn't really hurt that much. And my computer's Alienware, so my computer hurts itself just by existing. One of these days I'll be able to afford, updates and stuff. Bitch puts her cigarette out on the fucking floor. Not like tosses it out the window. Not like moves to put it out on the banister guardrail thing. Just right next to her on the fucking floor. Holy shit. I think the only time I've ever put something out on the floor, whether it be my own smoke or, someone else's cigarette or something, is like in my basement, where the floor is not like important and needs to be cleaned anyway. This is the reason that Mad Beast medication is needed, I'm sure, because, yeah, completely valid and understandable crash out. Did she just meow at that dog? Why does the dog have a butthole? No, I'm sorry. I was talking about the other thing, how Yanni's sister just meowed at the dog, and then I looked to the left, and why does the dog have a butthole? What in the hell? Oh, that's funny. And there's her sister to attacked the dog. Apparently the dog was running from Yani. Embarrassing her, mind you. Not the I don't know this person with the complete look of disgust on her face. Of course she's a streamer. So what are the odds that Yani's gonna, like, barge in or something? Did she just eat? Oh no. So, this falls into one of those things of streamers that forget to do their cutaway screen or something when they say they're going to pause. There was a mosquito in her room, and she was like, oh no, eek, a bug. And when going to pause stream, bitch ate the fucking bug. So, my question is, what is her bad habit? Is it being a neat, being a gamer, being a streamer, or eating bugs? Meanwhile, she's having a panic attack over the idea of caring about her sister, and her sister is probably about to cause some bullshit. Okay, no, she was just being loud in general because of her complicated feelings about Yani. Got. That's rude. Man, talking about openly bullying her. I mean, I guess you're friends now, but, like, that's rude as hell. Okay, so that was bullying as well as potentially the other thing. I'm not. Well, okay, I guess I'm about to say. I guess it's at least not that abnormal for females that are friends to fuck around with each other in ways similar to that. I can't say personally. I know guys do, and it's not unheard of for females to. But hey, if you want specifics to how I mean on that or how she means on that, Patreon. Yeah, that's a great place to go see probably a majority of the crazy ass shit from this show. You know, it's crazy to think she's actually the normal one of them so far. Well, other than her sister. But of the addicted ones, she's actually the most normal so far. Because even the neat is. Ugh. Okay. Why? That. These are the type of fucking weeps that can be bullied, and it's fine, honestly. That is such a weird fucking name to try and submit, though, but I guess when you're a young adult shut-in, that is. Sorry, I tried to think of something else and my brain just overloaded. Yeah, no, easygoing angel, that is a choice, to be sure. Oh my god. Yeah, she wasn't thinking about that star in the middle of that last name either. I was trying to think of what the hell that was supposed to be myself, but, they're kind of being racist saying that Beast Folk pick weird names, but let's be honest. There are definitely races out there that pick the weirdest fucking names possible, and I can give them credibility to say that, especially with Easygoing Angel. Like, the fuck kind of what? And now they have this issue. Hopefully, Yani, being the one to overhear this, is like, yo, she just went to the bathroom. I can, like, hold this so she can, like, do something about it. Never mind. She's not going to be a good friend. She's going to let it happen. That is the most amazing thing. I'm going to say this before the outro plays. The way they decided to do that makes her sound more like an OnlyFans streamer than an actual streamer, and that she is going to learn to regret. But, but hopefully we get her reaction to that later. Just because the fact Yani decided not to stop them and, like, help her out a little. She's such a good friend for that, honestly. Unfortunately, we don't get the whole outro because Netflix doesn't like to hang on for me to be able to check the rest of the stuff out. Oh, okay. Alright, so. Yaku is your generic kind of fucking stoner friend. She doesn't just do what's, like, more recommended for your health. She also dabbles in the other shit, which is not recommended, but, you know, that's just sometimes how it goes, I guess. And Hame Nako, I'm guessing her problem is being... The word girl failure gets thrown around a lot these days, but honestly, we're gonna use that here because it's probably the most accurate thing. Like, she doesn't do it to be cutesy. She does it because she is one. Because neat, pretends to be something she's not, fails to protect her image by pausing stream, unless she meant to eat a bug on stream, but I feel that wasn't intentional. And then there's a whole thing about allowing herself to be bullied even in a other kind of way by her friends. But, yeah. We have 2 new ones, and we'll probably get more as we go that have their own various addictions. And other than alcoholism to be an extra add-on for one in specific, I can't think of many other specific addictions, because apparently Yaku is going to take a majority of the, drug-related ones. But guess we'll see how that goes. That said, this was slightly less gross than the last episode, I will say that. Like, minus them bullying Hame like that. But, yeah, again, this is one of those shows that if you want to see more of it than just my talking portions, you'll have to go to the Patreon and subscribe over there. But hey, $5 a month, not really that bad, is it? Other than potentially the extra few bucks that's... Actually, that's not taken out automatically. The $5 is, but the extra charge post I have to do isn't taken out unless you actually decide to look into it, which nobody's expected to look into it, but hey. Fuck was I about to... No. If this is this strange, though, I do really wonder how that other one is going to be, and I cannot wait to check that out. But, of course, that being said, that's at least one of the other few things I have planned for this season. And you can hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below about anything else I should check out this season, next season, or in general. Ring or subscribe to the other channels in the description. Ring bells like Facebook, follow, Twitter, Blue Sky, TikTok, Patreon, and Twitch. Subscribe to Patreon, Twitch for benefits. Patreon, I just told you one of the benefits, but hey, others might come up in the future. And till next time, been the Blazer King with King's Critiques. Out, ta for now. Peace.